Hey, good morning, guys. This is Stephen Howard. My dog Yucca and Rio are asleep in the RV, and Lori's got a day off, so she's in the tent city. And I'm on my way to work. I'm a bit early, and that's a good thing because on the early shifts, I want to be nice and awake and alert when I get to a dangerous construction site. I want to talk a little bit about programming. And then I want to talk a little bit about relationships and how that interacts. So, um, my dad is Latin, is Mexican American. He's got Spanish from Spain, so he was like a conquistador in a past life. And conquistadors were extremely wealthy, but they won battles through being um, smarter than their adversaries. When we fought off the Mexicans in the Alamo, they were the toughest adversaries that the American army had encountered, including Native Americans. Um, that's not saying that Native Americans aren't fierce warriors. It's just saying that tactically, the Mexican army had already gotten machine guns by then. They had the rotary gun with the arm, and you could shoot off 40 caliber rounds, multiple at a time. So I think innovation and being different than the norm has gotten my father very far in his life several times. Not to say that he hasn't had pitfalls or times when he was completely down or broke or whatever. So I was an innovator. I worked on Las Vegas Boulevard in the nightclub promotion business, and I figured out how to innovate a pipeline in order to make lines explode at the Las Vegas nightclubs on Fridays and Saturday nights. So you're like, what does all this have to do with programming? Well, your mother and your father had their programming from their parents. Their parents delivered whatever they were programmed with into the new child. And it took many years. It usually takes until you're, well into your teens. And programming comes in little ways. It's a lifestyle that your parents chose. It's the decisions that they make on a daily basis and your awareness of them. So hey, the light came on. So I just want you guys to know that we're all programmed to a certain extent. There's not one of us, including a grand master from the Shaolin monks or, the Tibetan monks. The grand master even has to fight programming every day. So I like it to be kind of like what I heard online, which was it's like a sled run, and when you're not programmed or you're free of thought, it's like a powder run. You can go anywhere and you can turn and maneuver. When you have these thoughts and they run grooves into the mountain, and eventually you have to slide into a groove in order to make it down the mountain, which is you sliding into your thoughts, your pre-programmed thoughts. Like, I'm supposed to have a house, I'm supposed to have two cars, I'm supposed to have a dog and a cat, I'm supposed to have a kid by a certain age, I'm supposed to be married by a certain age, I'm supposed to be this, I'm supposed to be that. And your whole life ends up programmed, and you end up making really huge mistakes in your life as a result of your programming, not a result of free thought. So let that sink in for a second. Free thought brings itself to beauty, to love, to amazing new things. It's uncomfortable at times because it's all new. Groove thought is I'm going to do what my parents did, or I need to do this, or social pressure, or I need this type of car, I need this type of look, I have to dress a certain way, I have to have my hair cut at this time, I have to. And by the time you're done, you do all these things and you're looking back and you're like, am I really happy? Did those pre-programmed thoughts deliver any happiness? They might have delivered some stability or comfort because you're in your comfort zone. They might have done that. But generally, what they did was they created burdens. And those burdens can come in many forms. It could be child support. It could be a car loan because you're trying to pay for this car to impress everybody, and it's $1,200 a month, and you're buried, and you don't know if you're ever going to get out. The car that you bought was $72,000 or $62,000. So, I pay cash for stuff, and if I run out of cash, I'm out of money. I'm shit out of luck. There's no credit line. There's no nothing. I live off grid in Montana, rent free for the time being, and very soon I'll be going to a campground and or buying a trailer or buying a piece of land and moving the trailer to it and building an off-grid little utopia that I can grow vegetables and feed myself and feed other people and collect used clothing and donate to the homeless and make sure everybody in Missoula that's homeless has a jacket during the winter. Um, so unprogrammed thoughts will deliver things like that. It's like free thinking. I don't need to do what society says I need to do. I need to go buy 10 acres in the mountains, and I need to kayak on a regular basis and make sure I'm happy and fulfilled and make sure my life is rich, and that if I died tomorrow, people would be like, that guy was different than the rest of us. He was that's programming also. I want to be so different. When I was 13 years old, I'm going to shave my head into a mohawk. I'm going to wear combat boots and skateboard around and try and act tough and do all of this sort of thing. So programming can come in many forms. In relationships, it can often lead to domestic battle. Love is a battlefield. Pat Benatar. Um, I can tell you that I'm bad at love. I'm bad at love. I'm inconsistent. I try to control the relationship, I guess. I'm pre-programmed to think this has to lead somewhere. That we have to get deeper into commitment. And a lot of people just want a free loving life partner, somebody that is there for them no matter what, unconditional love. And so that's again an unprogrammed thought. So I hope this is making sense to you that you know even my right now I'm looking at a car. It's an Audi Allroad. It's probably a 2009 or 12. It's the four-wheel drive. It's got the V8 I think in it, or V6, and it's an Audi, and it's a great drift car, great rally car, great snow car. I don't know how much he wants for it, but I'm pre-programmed to think that my life will be better if I buy that Audi. I'm pre-programmed to think that if I'm wearing a Patagonia, that people won't judge me. You know, they won't judge me on other characteristics or character. And I can tell you that that doesn't matter. I could be wearing fucking a Barney shirt. I could be wearing a that 70s show shirt, and that would give you a completely different feeling. So the vibration that you emit, the things you choose in your life, make sure they're in the powder run. Make sure you're free flowing, and you don't put so much bearing. If this doesn't happen or that doesn't happen as planned, my whole life's going to fall apart, because it's not. You're here in your boat, your stable boat. We were born alone, we're going to die alone, and every moment that we have with someone else should be cherished. And you know, regardless of someone's habits, addictions, the things that happened before, everyone has an opportunity to change their life today. Waking up an hour earlier and making sure you're awake and in tune. When you go to work, be on your A game, not your B game. Um, do the things that enrich other people's lives and help other people out, and you'll be handsomely rewarded. The universe will literally find a way to reward you. And what you're going to witness, I believe, this year is my North Node. I'm a Sagittarius, and I'm going to be hitting like superstardom. I'm going to meet somebody that's a theatrical agent and they want me to be on some thing, or they have a new show idea, or there's a movie script that was discovered and they really are interested in the project. And nobody, right now, me working construction and everything else, nobody believes until it's like, I don't believe it till I see it. What if you're so psychic, why aren't you rich already? Blah, 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 blah. They don't understand that the emperor wears no clothes. The emperor is a minimalist. You could put them in the outfit they're in, throw them out on the street, and they'll still make it back. They'll still make it all back. You could do anything to an emperor, and they're going to go through public shining their light. They're going to go through the public and shine their light so bright that it burns out all evil and it makes people rejoice. You know, I I don't think I'm a cult leader. I don't think I'm in dark magic. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I actually am divinely guided and protected. My guides are my best friends who passed on already, and I end up talking to a lot of other people that passed on, and I could probably talk to a relative of yours if you wanted me to. And that's real. I have references. People in Las Vegas, in a little town called Blue Diamond, you can watch videos. I've done channeling. I've been through the spirit world and realized that the veil has been lifted. And I've had past lives that I died on battlefields in Scotland, and I died in Vietnam, and I was reincarnated on December 10th, 1971. My whole demeanor is a Vietnam war vet. I believe I was there. When I watch Apocalypse Now, I feel like I was on the boat with Clean and everybody. I headed up the river to go find Colonel Kurtz. So I can tell you guys that I've been through living hell in this life and other lives. Stopping the robbery in Vegas, losing my laboratory marijuana license, being judged by the state, and just the all the things that I've been through and the journey up here to Montana, the life-changing experiences, the people here in Montana, everything, everything. Just a whole story. And if nobody sees a movie, my movie will be out in a year or two, and I need to get on with it. I need uh, I need 12 to 18 months filming so I can show seasons. I need a production crew, a gathering truck, a film crew. I need a schedule. I need a shoot schedule. I need time to train up on the dirt bike and some of the other sports, the kayaking and whitewater. And by the end of, next year, we will have a spice reel and an advertisement for the movie. So I just need people on board. I have many, many projects. Um, Another project of mine that is really dear to my heart is off-grid piece of property with kayaks, motocross bikes, a couple horses, uh, a ranch, a glamorous ranch in the mountains where you can go ride dirt bikes for the day or snow machines, or you can go kayaking or rafting real close by. A tour center, if you will, with tons of guides, people ready to take people out on the water, a good crew, and then a homestead somewhere, and my dogs and everything. So there's a life here and a dream here. And right now, as I sit in my old Suburban over at the Rods and Dogs Suds car wash, waiting for my work to open, I just want you guys to know that I've broken the chain. Um, the cycles of addiction, the things that have plagued me the most, I've gotten rid of. And I've faced those demons and I've fought them off. And you can too. That's the amazing thing, is you can too. And if you're feeling suicidal today, you should be angry. And you should be angry not at yourself. You should be angry at the fact that you've been put in a situation to feel like that. That you've been put in a situation to be at your lowest where you just want to commit suicide. And instead of committing suicide, maybe turn on your phone and start recording your feelings. Maybe let it all out, cry a lot, and get some support, get some help. Call me. My number's 406-215-6281. Call me up. I'll be at work. You'll hear me on the mic, and I'll help. So I just want you guys to know I've been completely destitute, completely low, where I didn't have, anything. I was out in the mountains with a broke down car. Um, I've been in this situation where, I get help from my father and his girlfriend, his life partner. And, I'm 50 years old. I'm a grown man. I mean, my paycheck should be big enough that it should get me through. I should have enough extra that I can help pay for other people and help other people that have helped me before. And I'm so grateful, to everybody. There's a list, man. If I won the lottery today, or I had a lot of money, I would give everybody a piece. And, I would just use what I needed. Or if I got the ranch and the house, I would put it all together and people could come visit and have a really good time. So I just want you guys to know this channel has saved my life, and I think it can save yours too. There's a lot of videos to watch and a lot of time that's passed, but I've healed, and I've learned that, you know, I've been really where I was at my lowest, and I'm happy that I have a job. I'm happy that I'm working. I'm happy that I have a life and that the people around me are supportive. And you know, people don't ever look at people like, hey, this guy might have been through a lot, or you know, life doesn't hand everybody apples. How about them apples? So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you real soon. The divinely guided messages are today, just let it out and then get yourself straightened up and get to work, okay?